Hello, my chicklets. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you being so kind to our guest yesterday. It really helped to be able to take a day and just get everything resituated. So let's dive back in to day 18 of Soulmate September. 2 Rems, a prince, and a critic. In this universe, the first thoughts your soulmate has about you are written on your arm. Remy and his twin brother Anton were sitting at Starbucks. One was writing a scathing review of this particular Starbucks they were in, while the other went through a website where people posted their soul thoughts. These thoughts were a sentence written on the inside of your arm that reflected your soulmate's impression of you the first time you met. Anton had, "What a bitch, I love it," written on his arm. He had been judged for that since he was very young, and it made him very cynical and jaded. He was ready to cut anyone to the quick if they so much as looked at him the wrong way. Remy was more than happy to fuel that fire. "What about this one?" he asked, showing his phone to his brother. The picture was of someone's arm, and they could both easily read the words, "So beautiful." Anton looked it over very briefly. 2 out of 10. No originality, no defining characteristics, puts too much value on beauty. But at least it's nice. Remy smirked and kept looking. He loved his brother's critiques of everything. Anton critiqued the places they ate at, the people they met, and most often, since Remy enjoyed getting his opinion, people's soul thoughts. Anton was honest. Some people called him blunt, but it wasn't just that. When Anton liked something, he didn't hide it. He wasn't ashamed of who he was, and after the years of bullying, Remy was glad his brother had found peace to be himself. It gave Remy the confidence to be himself as well. That also meant when 2 people walked in wearing very unique outfits, Remy was quick to point them out. The 2 seemed to be twin males, one wearing a crop top, shorts, and fishnet stockings. He had a silver streak in his hair, and Remy would admit that he stared for her a bit longer than he was supposed to in polite society. Who was going to know? He wore sunglasses inside for just that reason. Anton, however, found his eyes drifting to the other. Tall, tanned skin, and built like a Grecian god, the man was wearing a prince costume. Bold choice of clothing. I appreciate the confidence. Jawline is pretty good, and unless my eyes deceive me, he has some muscle, but he's probably an attention seeker. How could you not be with that body and outfit? 8 out of 10 on looks alone. Apparently, he had said that loud enough that the prince looked over at them, his brow furrowing before a smirk fell on his face. Then his eyes scanned down to Anton's uncovered arms, and his smile only grew. The prince tapped his brother's arm, and the 2 of them began walking over. Remy was still checking out the other twin behind his sunglasses, and he could tell that this wild man could do the same. "Greetings, nerd and biker. You have the honorable chance to meet me, Prince Roman, and my brother. I must commend you on your sense of fashion," he said to Anton as he began to roll up his sleeve. "For had it not been for your short sleeves, I would not have realized our destinies were intertwined." Written on Roman's arms was the words that Anton had said without question. Bold choice of clothing. I must say, these words have given me the confidence to be myself as, without them, I might have succumbed to the drabness of typical fashion and style. Anton was looking him up and down. He could tell this man was extra as hell, and maybe bitch wasn't as much of an insult as he thought it was meant to be. "I guess I could make a 10 out of you." Roman put his hand to his chest in offense. "I am a 10. "We will see." He turned to Remy, who nodded. They had had a plan in place for years now, just in case. "You, me, the park. We'll play out all of the cliches and see if you can make the cut for boyfriend." Anton closed his laptop, standing up and walking towards the door. Roman followed along without a second thought. "Now that it's just you and me, hot stuff, what are you up to?" The other twin plopped down at the table, and Remy's eyebrow rose. "Hot stuff? You wouldn't be flirting with someone who isn't your soulmate, now would you, babes?" Even if I am, no one has to know." His eyebrows wiggled, and Remy held back a laugh. But who knows? We might be. I'm Remus. He leaned closer, whispering quietly, I'll show you mine if you show me yours. Remy fought against a shiver. This man was tempting, and Remy was living for it. He didn't have to think twice about shrugging off his leather jacket. Remus seemed fun. Even if they weren't soulmates, they could probably enjoy each other. His compliance apparently made Remus very excited as he began to wiggle in his seat, turning his arm over so that his soul thoughts were visible. Wild and expressive. Hot. Remy hesitated for just a moment before pulling his jacket off all the way and showing off his as well. So they were soulmates. I'd happily tap that for a box of biscuits. The glee in Remus's eyes was immeasurable, and he quickly looked to Remy's lips. Consent? He asked, almost as if being trained, and immediately Remy thought, why the hell not? Kiss consent only, he replied, before being jerked forward by the collar and being kissed passionately. Thank God, Remus muttered as he pulled away. I'm pretty sure Ro would have been insufferable talking about finding his soulmate before me. Can I get a name to go with that hot bod? Remy. Really? That means 2 Rem. Fuck yes. I kissed my soulmate before Ro and we have a stupid couple name? You want to go do something destructive? Yes, Queen. Remy got up, pocketing his phone as he wrapped an arm around Remus's shoulder, only to be suddenly picked up. This was the start of a beautifully destructive relationship. Thank you all for listening. Again, this was day 18 in our Soulmate September series, 2 Rems, the Prince, and the Critic. I do hope you all enjoyed it, and I hope you have a wonderful day.